Hey world, what's going on? It's your boy Titus Peoples, and welcome to another episode of When Discussion Strikes. Please like and subscribe to Ultimate Class TV, and if you're watching at home, thank you. Today, we gonna talk about nerd culture and cancel culture and everything in between. And with that update, I got my boy, the one y'all love to hate, the one y'all chew up in the comments, the one who just got his ban lifted. I got him here today. Nigel Harden is in the building. Nigel, what's going
on, partner? What's going on, family?
What's going on, brother?
A lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of money being lost. $1.2 billion for the span of 10 years that Disney only collected from the Star Wars franchise in the span of 10 years. It's a great time to be an investor. It's a great time to be a Star Wars hater. It's a great time just being a nerd in general, family. That's why I'm glowing. That's why you see me just ovulating right now. I'm just happy to be here. Nope.
We're going to talk about nerd culture. So what's new with nerd culture this month or this time? What's going on?
X-Men 97 is possibly the top thing that's ranking on my list.
The best Marvel content that we've gotten in a very long time.
In a span of... When did he start going downhill? I think after Endgame. After Endgame, then Sugar Honey Iced Tea hit the fan, man. After that, then almost every other franchise that Marvel has been depleted, been dying, and I love to see it. But I also love to see that Marvel came out with a new joint. That's
so
good.
We're going to take a back step. We're going to go back to the Genesis. Nigel, why do you hate Disney so much? Where did this begin?
How much time do I have, man?
Bro, this is a time slot for a half an hour, including the intro to the show. So technically 28 minutes.
So I'll keep it a buck, all right?
Yes.
All right. This all started in 2015 when Star Wars Episode 7 came out. Once Star Wars Episode 7 came out, once Kathleen Kennedy and her band of bandits decided to wipe the slate clean, saying that Luke Skywalker's a coward, Han Solo's a wife beater, Princess Leia became absolutely, can I say the R word?
Yes.
Okay, retarded in the Galactic Republic.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This
is going to be one of those episodes.
I'm sorry, fam. Once they belittled the trilogy, Han, Luke, and Leia, and becoming so inefficient in the span of like 36 years of their new Disney whatever, everything went downhill. You made these legends into just tools. Not even tools, because they don't even work properly. Once you made these old white folks become so depleted of their aura, they were cool white folks, bro.
They were
cool.
The coolest white people in space. I mean,
the fact that you made the brother Lando into a decrepit old man at the end of your franchise and just said, well, there wasn't much that we can do with him.
But they did do something. They made him Donald Glover.
Thank God, Childish Gambino. Thank you, Childish Gambino.
And thank you for that new music you got out right now, Childish Gambino. Thank you, brother. It's been a drought. Thank you.
That new Mr. and Mrs. Smith was garbage, but thank you, Childish. You were great.
You didn't like Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
I didn't. The cutting was weird. The editing was weird.
You know what, Nigel? In the time that I've known you, you don't like a lot of things. Like
I'm a hater, dude. But I'm slowly becoming open. I'm slowly becoming open to things that I don't like, and I'm trying to love things more. I can hear my sister Tracy saying, "You need to open up more."
Shout out to Tracy. Long time no see, Tracy.
Shout out to Tracy. Yeah. You the chosen one, fam.
Word.
But like, I'm trying to love more. But these companies with these huge IPs are just making it hard for me and fans alike, man.
You know what? And I can't even say that your hate is wrong, because I'm not knee deep in it the way you are, but I definitely feel the way you feel about Disney towards Star Wars, the way I feel about the horror film franchises in the last 10 years.
I thought it was more than that.
I feel like the horror film genre is probably like one of the most struggling genres out right now.
I mean, I think there's a new movie coming out that's like a slasher film. Like it's like an art house slasher film. I forgot the name of it, but it looks like a rebirth of Jason.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I saw the trailer to that.
Yeah. That actually looks like something that A24
Yeah.
is doing.
Yeah, it gives a little A24 vibe to it, but I feel like the horror genre is sinking a little bit. And the way you feel about Disney is the way I feel about Blumhouse. Blumhouse has completely dropped the ball on horror.
Since when?
Did you not see what they did to our boy Michael Myers?
Fair. You got it.
I was sick. And then to read that they want to get Friday the 13th, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because we can't see y'all do this to two horror icons.
I mean, look what they did to Chucky, bro.
Bro, we not yo, listen, like, it's bad enough they're going to be in the comments on your ass.
I'm saying, listen,
like,
man, I am back. They lifted up my ban. I can say whatever I want now. Thankfully, I hope to make as many people, especially on the fairer side, as upset as possible. That is my goal. That is my life mission. It keeps me youthful. I lack melanin, so I can't be all youthful like you. I gotta, I don't have that luxury.
No, but like, yo,
I don't have that luxury, fam.
All right, bet. So we're going to talk about X-Men 97. Let's jump right into it.
Let's go.
All right, so X-Men 97.
Hot. Beautiful.
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 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
And I'm going to tell you something that a lot of fans are going to go crazy over.
Go, please.
Because people are so opposed to the woke culture and stuff like that. I'm on my block, and I'm hearing the OGs and the gangbangers and the set trippers and all of them talk about how fire X-Men 97 is and like how amazing it is. And I'm laughing in my head because these are the same dudes that when they see a person from an alternate community say stuff that might be opposing and hurtful to the alternate community. And then I laugh to myself and I'll be like, well, wait till these motherfuckers find out that the creator of X-Men 97 is a part of that community.
High key and OnlyFans too.
That's what they said.
I give him his credit.
Yeah, that's why
make that money, boy.
They said that he got fired. That's what it's alleged. Like,
I don't know. I think it's because me personally, I think it's because he did a faithful interpretation of Uncanny X-Men of the Claremont reign. Read that. That he didn't impose any sort of ideology or a left-leaning ideology in his work.
Yeah, but like he kept it straightforward.
Yes.
But then like you could also, guys, don't kill me in the comments. Like you could also see
you can kill me though.
Yes, you could also see the zest in it. Like, what I mean? If you go back and watch certain episodes, Magneto got the long hair, the long gloves, so like,
But that is to the comic books. Man.
I know it's to the comic books, but then again, that also stands to a greater story because if you really look at it, the LGBTQ community has been sprinkled through comic books like how can I say it?
Please do, because I'm trying to. I see what you're talking about, but this is what I'm saying. With Magneto in his leader position, that gloves and all that is
straight from the comics.
Straight from the comics,
absolutely.
What I think a lot of people hate or dislike about all that stuff sprinkled in is the writing, and two, the direction. Everything leans to the writing, and if it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. The way they made Morph in the originals, he was a dude. And also, dude was also a lady killer. Now, they're trying to say that he's also
non-binary.
Non-binary, and also another thing, he's kind of lusty for Wolverine. You know what I mean? So, and I think
he was.
Come on now, but also, it's the fact that they've been trying to do all these things with their top characters, with their top male characters, Tim Drake's Robin, gay. Since when? Iceman, gay. Since when? Green Lantern, gay. Since when? They even tried to make it seem like that Cyclops and Wolverine was actually
like a tropo.
well, yes, but they're saying that they're in a poly relationship. That you're basically making Scott, the man, Summers.
Scott only became the man.
No. He became the man when he killed Professor X, and when he became Dark Phoenix, and he was laying waste to everybody. Magneto was right forever.
Oh yeah, Magneto always been right. Like Charles has been blinded by potential. Oh, the potential.
By space punani. That's what he was blinded for.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna get on Charles' ass in a little bit. Cause I don't know who worse. Like, you know what I mean? His students dying. He up there with the prosthetic legs getting space cheeks.
Yup.
Gambit getting folded.
Rest in peace, Gambit.
R.I.P. to my son Gambit. Yo, bro, I can't even front. After that episode was over, I turned off the TV and I sat in my room for like 5 minutes, and I realized, bro, we as adults, this is not one of those cartoons where we're like, we're gonna see him again next weekend. It's over.
Listen, when episode 5 came out, that's when I realized that, wow, American animation has truly failed us. Like, truly failed us, because that was peak.
Yeah.
That was peak American animation. And the fact that it took that episode, not even that episode, just because the X-Men 97, again, I'm giving its props, is quintessential X-Men.
Yeah.
Even with the little bits, that was the most. Like, if somebody told me that Disney bought the X-Men franchise, I would have been in dread. But that was amazing, and I do not believe that sort of storytelling and writing will be incorporated with a live action, because I already know that they're gonna mess it up. I already know that when
unless they hire him back, they gotta hire the writer back.
I don't think so. Unless more people.
Bo, they gotta hire you back,
really
bro.
Do. They really do, bro. Like,
Kevin, do what's right. You gotta hire him back,
really
bro.
Do, dude. Like, that was X-Men.
Bro, it was. It was like bro. I tell people all the time. Back when we was growing up, you could get away with ass cartoons because all we cared about was colors and explosions and shit. And then again, like, we had the attention span for what it was. 6-year-old kids. As long as there was explosions and colors flashing across the screen and stuff like that to hold our attention so our mothers and fathers can go cook and clean house and shit. It didn't have to have no storyline. It could be the dumbest shit in the world. Now these kids is coming out the coochie. They know how to use tablets and shit. So you got to have smart cartoons. And these kids are not as dumb. So the writing has to be smart. I stand by this, and I'm always going to stand by it. Just because it's a cartoon doesn't mean that the writing has to be subpar. I actually believe because it's a cartoon, the writing has to be better.
Yes.
Because these kids are smart now.
Yes. I feel like we've always been smart. I just think that to lean off of George Lucas, kids are not dumb.
Oh, hell no.
Kids are not dumb. And the fact that, like, what? Shit. I'm gonna bring it up to episode 1. There was politics. There was roots. There was trade routes. There was a galactic civil war happening in episodes 1 through 3, and I caught all of that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So the fact that kids, 9-year-old kids to 15, was just like, oh yeah, like, I love the flashy spaceships. I love all that stuff, but man, the gripping stuff is the politics as I grown up.
Right.
So, I think animation, like Into the Spider-Verse, X-Men, like even Castlevania. The first couple of seasons. I don't know about the other one. I didn't watch that, but that was
peak.
Peak. That was peak. We need to get back to writing better stories, and I just think that new writers currently, maybe because they're cheaper, they just don't care. And I think we're leaning towards the early 2000 days of subpar writers.
Bro, because you got to look at it for what it is. Inflation high, So you mean to tell me you gonna give me this big check to write some subpar shit just to get my mother and father out the hood? Cool. But then that fucks it up because now you putting out subpar garbage that everybody's seeing.
I mean, have you seen Halo?
Bro, nah.
Have you seen Halo? Master Cheeks?
Hey, pause.
Have you, pause.
Word.
No Diddy, but listen. They have these huge IPs and they expect huge IPs with their name to carry the money. It doesn't work like that anymore, man.
No, it don't.
It doesn't work like that. When I think of Master Chief, I'm expecting John to be this like stoic, and I think we lost stoicism in our entertainment. There's no stoicism anymore.
Yeah, the age of Conans and the He-Mans is over.
None. I think like what Dune 2, like the Dune series, Timothy Chalamet or whatever his name is. Shout out to him, but I think that was the most stoic I've ever seen him be. But
and they're at the credit of that because he's actually one of the few young actors that can actually act. Like if
you give him like
some good shit,
great writing and direction. Because in Wonka he was horrible. Never sing ever again. Wonka was garbage.
Hey man,
Wonka was.
I got the golden ticket. What? Niggas is crippin'. Niggas is crippin'. Nah, but like, yeah, bro, like, but yeah, so, Nigel.
What's up?
The woke culture.
Yo.
Where do you stand with the woke culture and why do you oppose it so much?
That's a loaded question.
Break it up into pieces, brother.
All right. Woke culture for me right now is subpar writing.
Mm-hmm.
Woke culture to me is not listening to your audience. Woke culture is feelings and emotions, and believing that you're cleaning up the past. Rings of Power is not Lord of the Rings. Now, woke people, and I'm going to say this, just, lefties in general, they think that they have to add people into things like, I hate this term, people of color. I hate that term. It makes me, it makes it like...
It's cringy. It's cringy as fuck.
Dude, I feel like I'm back in the 60s, man. You're just calling me colored person, but just in a PC way. I hate that term. No, I do not want Asians, and it sounds bad, but it's weird. Don't want Asians, black people, or whatever people in the Lord of the Rings movie. It does not fit in Middle Earth. Why? As a person who reads Lord of the Rings, J.R. Tolkien made it for Europe, made it for the British people in that time. That time was, every character was described as fair. Now, there are dark races called the Númenóreans that were dark. They had many shades of people, wiped out. A huge wave just crashed them out. They were 7 foot tall. They were just skull fucking just goblins and orcs. You could have showed Idris Elba as a Númenórean, and I would have been like, yeah, that's a description in the book. I get that. You Númenórean, me Númenórean. I get it. It's in the book.
Mm-hmm.
When people who love franchises wait and pray to God that they want to see their favorite stories come to life, they're expecting 100% interpretation.
Yeah.
100% interpretation of that book. Now, people will say, Nigel, but Hugh Jackman is 6 foot tall and he's not the stature of Wolverine.
That's
cool.
A great point.
That is a great point.
That is a great point.
That is a great point.
Because if we talking about comic book accuracy,
yes,
my boy 5'3", 5'2",
5'5".
Yeah, he 5 something.
5'5". 5'5". You know what's funny thing? Now they're trying to find a 5'5" guy to play Wolverine now.
Hey, You can't complain about comic book accuracy.
Oh, Batman?
Yes, y'all was going crazy over the Batman. Oh, we never see Batman be a detective while he's always doing karate kicks. We want to see him solve cases and stuff like that. He's called the world's greatest detective for a reason. There you get Batman as a detective. Y'all still managed to complain. Now, the DC fans, I'm done with them.
I've always been done with DC fans. Like, I think another thing is I think it's getting cringy. Because if you don't make it about race, then just put out a good show.
Yeah.
Just put out a good show. But I feel like everything is about like the woman who played the first female dwarf. There's always been female dwarves in Lord of the Rings, and there have been shown 6 of them in Fellowship. But the fact that people say like, "Oh, I'm the first female," like what? Jennifer Lawrence said that she's like the first action star. It's getting so cringeworthy that you guys think that you need to be the first for everything. These things already been happening. It's just getting very lame, dude.
Everybody wants to be their own soldier boy. I was the first this. I was the first this. I'm the first that. Nobody cares, bro.
But
get your check, win an award, and go home.
You know, like I just want good storytelling overall. Like I can honestly tell you, like the best Cinderella story was with Moesha. Like I love that.
Eat to the fire.
Yeah, like I like that Cinderella
And guess
story.
what? Nobody made an issue about color and
exactly,
nothing.
Exactly. So again, I don't believe that all of this is about. I don't believe that this is all about storytelling. I just think that this is all just a political front and just really just to make people angry and for no reason. To be fair with you, you know what I mean? Like I have no qualms of Yasuke being a black samurai. You could take as many liberties as you want, sure, but is it going to be good? Is it going to tell me a gripping story? You know what I mean? But there's certain aspects that you need to like the characteristics of the character that you're playing.
Listen,
needs to be there. You know what I mean? Like for example, there's a lot of people that don't like Miles Morales. Why? Miles Morales in comic book form, because I will say in movies, I'm just ranting right now. Miles Morales in cartoon form, he is his own character.
Facts.
But in comic book form, he's literally just a dark shade version of Peter Parker. Verbatim. He has no character arcs that is his. Everything that he is Peter Parker. I cannot support that because when people say make a new character, Miles Morales is not a quote-unquote new character.
So what you think they did, they just gave him a dark Caesar and made him a couple shades darker?
Oh, yes. Yes.
And I like Miles Morales. Like I love the whole black suit, the black and red, bro.
Good.
I love
Perfect.
Bro,
love that shit for him.
Spider-Man, I'll go on to say his Spider-Man films are the second best after the superhero movie that I think is the greatest superhero movie of all time. I think Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, greatest superhero movie of all time.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Now, y'all can chew me up in the comments, argue with your mamas, not
verbatim.
with me.
That's verbatim, dude. But I just think that there's just these things of just like either we're trying to, 1, we don't want these white people here anymore. 2, I want to make these audience mad. And 3, I just want to put myself into these stories. There was quite literally like a year ago, and they had to backtrack it, that Bruce Wayne had a bisexual relationship with a man when he was trying to become, in his younger days, as trying to work up at becoming Batman. They had to pull that shit back because people were saying, get the fuck out of here, dude.
There is no way the billionaire playboy that I've known my whole life as getting all the hoes, good hoes, bad hoes.
You know what I mean? So it's just things that I feel like the comic book industry itself is dying.
But like, you know what?
They just need to work things up, man. That's
I
what
feel like
it's just crazy to me.
You know where I hear a lot of the complaining about cancel culture come from? I'm hearing it coming from the LGBT community, because even they getting tired of it a little bit. They was like,
man.
okay, we're here. That's like a studio putting out a show, and then like the character's like, oh, I'm a black guy. Here I am.
Yes.
Here's my Kool-Aid. Here's my chicken. Here's my watermelon. It's almost like you're putting that character in there for no reason, just to say that, oh, hey, look, black person. And like my whole thing is this: if you write a character that is of the LGBTQ community and it's a reason for that character to be there, then cool. But don't just throw it in there just to say like, hey, look, this is what we did. I think that's corny. That's where I stand with that.
Midrider, do you know him?
No. Who's Midrider?
Midrider is a DC comic book vigilante who is this brolic-ass dude. Beats up, he's a vigilante just like Batman. He looks like Batman, but he has a gay partner. He's married. He's been around since the early 90s. Just fucking up people. He's cool. How come DC's not promoting that character?
Don't know.
Why? Do you know how many gay mutants there are in the Claremont series? Do you know how many gay mutants there are in the early 2000s? It's crazy amount of characters that you can promote, but yet the only way that you can stir some controversy or stir some readers
is to take the main characters and make them gay.
It's all a money grab, man, and that's
weird. And I see where you coming from now.
It's leading, and that's what it equals to wokeism to me, because now it's not even positive anymore. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm woke to the pandering,
right?
You know, but that's just my 2 cents. I'm just angry. I'm just an angry man.
And this was the Angry Nerd episode with my boy Nigel. Nigel, where can the people find you?
Well, I'm starting now that my ban is lifted.
Hopefully. This episode, god damn.
You know, we'll see. Because right now I'm still trying to finish that samurai script.
Yeah.
I got several more pages about that. It's going to be super sick, super sexy. You know, but I'll let you know.
You'll see where can the people find you, brother?
Well, my Instagram, they call me not Hebrew Poppy anymore, but they call me PBR__Poppy, and I'll keep you up to date.
Yes, sir. And you guys know where you can find me. I am Titus Peoples across the board, and that was our nerd culture interview episode with my boy Nigel, the Epic Hater. Yeah, I think that's what you should be call your podcast,
the Epic Hater. Okay, I'll take that.
The Epic Hater, because that's 50% of that. Well, yeah, executive producer credit. You know how I give it up. But like, yo, that was our episode. Until next time, guys.
Stay heavy, folks.